Hi, this is Andy Cruz with Worldwide Credit Corporation, and this instructional video is about the initial appointment checklist. At your initial appointment, please provide the following information for your loan application. Pay stubs. We will need the most recent pay stubs covering 2 full months of employment. W-2s and federal tax returns. We'll need the past 2 years, all pages and all schedules. This includes Schedule C, Schedule E, and any other schedules that are on your 1040. That's page 1 of your federal tax return. We do not need your state return. Please only send federal tax return. With bank statements, we'll need your checking and savings for the past 3 months, all pages, even if they're intentionally left blank. You'll notice that on your bank statements it says page 1 of 2 or 1 of 5. In those instances, we'll need to see every page contained within that document. We'll also need copies of your financial statements. The most recent quarterly's 401k statement, if you have that. Also, stock brokerage accounts, mutual funds, CDs, or retirement accounts. Any assets that you have in your possession will need to document if they're included on the loan application. Also, we'll need a copy of your driver's license and social security card. We'll need a photocopy or a scan of the front and back. Now, if one of those is unavailable, you can use a secondary ID, such as a green card or passport, but we have to have at least the driver's license or the social security card. We have to have at least one of those, and then you can supplement it with a secondary ID if you need to. Now, if you're refinancing, we'll need a copy of your current mortgage statements, whether you have just one loan as a first or if you have a first and a second. This includes home equity line of credits. Copy of your homeowner's insurance policy, a copy of the mortgage note. This is the original mortgage note that you have for the loans currently in your possession. If you do not have those, you can call your current lender and ask them to send you a copy of that. Also, we'll need a copy of the HOA bill if you all live in a neighborhood that collects HOA. If you're currently renting and you're applying for a purchase loan, we'll need you to provide the name, address, and phone number of the landlord or property manager for each of the places you've lived in the last 24 months. Now, we have to submit what's called a verification of rent to ensure that you've paid on time during your stay at these other locations as a tenant. Some of you may be working for employers that use what's called the 6-digit PIN number issued by www.theworknumber.com. If your employer uses this service, you have a unique ID and a 6-digit PIN that is provided so that we can obtain what is called the verification of employment. If you work for a company that services out this work to theworknumber.com, we'll need you to acquire that information so we can order the report. Now, here at the bottom, if applicable, if you filed bankruptcy in the past, we'll need to get the bankruptcy papers and a copy of your discharge. If you currently receive Social Security or pension income, a copy of the award letter will be required. And then we'll need a copy of a current lease agreement on all properties you have rented out or plan to rent out. This is also going to be somewhere in your tax returns if you have been collecting rent on other properties you're renting out. If you have been divorced recently, then we need to see the divorce decree and also the settlement for that to identify any alimony, any child support that's being made, or any other sort of compensation financially that you're making to other parties. This concludes the instructional video on the initial appointment checklist. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call or shoot an email, and we're glad to help. Thanks.